Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Robb Zipp, and you're watching the most metal Wednesday afternoon. I'm coming to you virtually from Tel Aviv in Israel. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys where that is. If you're bad with geography, this is something I talked about with Paulina from Me in Places. She goes places, and I'm like, where is that? So here we are in the USA. I'm in Houston, Texas, and we're going to go to Tel Aviv, Israel. We're going to go across the planet here. Shoot! There we are, right on the Mediterranean, where we are being joined today by our guest, Noa from Scardust. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hi, thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. And I don't have a Scardust shirt, but I do have this M Theory shirt, which
Ooh,
does have your band name on the back. It has
nice.
all the band names. Have you seen this shirt?
Actually, I haven't.
Yeah, it's like the Bathory shirt.
Nice.
But yeah, it's got all the bands on the back, and I've actually interviewed a few of them. So you're not the first M Theory band I've had on the show.
Cool.
But I found out about you guys because I do get the emails from Marco, and he sent out an email about a new project that you guys have been working on. And oh, we got the bass player here.
Yes.
Wait, let's add him to the stream. Hello, welcome.
Hi, how are you all doing?
Excellent. Welcome to the show. All
Thank
right, so
you.
we've got the vocalist and the bass player now, but you guys are also the main songwriters. Is that, am I getting that right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. And so I want to show a little bit of, you made a vlog. It was a secret project you guys were working on. And I actually watched this first. I wanted to see how you made it before I found out what it is that you made. So
That's the way to go.
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and show your, I'm going to show your YouTube page. So we're going to go there. So you guys have 10,500 subscribers. That is awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I know you guys have been around for what, about 7 years or so as a band.
Yeah.
So you have a good following. Like I was saying before we went on, I like to show bands videos and stuff, but it's hard with copyright issues, and I don't want to get my channel shut down. I almost got my channel shut down once. But you guys are on M Theory Records. You guys have been around for a few years. You have a couple albums, a couple EPs, and you just released this single, a very interesting single. But I want to show your video about your secret project.
There's a tiny little.
Here, I'm gonna mute it, so because you do have captions on here, which I think is awesome. Even when you're speaking in English, there's still captions. You speak in English or Hebrew, there's still English captions. So that's helpful for me.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that, the messages are getting through.
Oh, Ariel. All right, thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Ariel Horowitz.
So cool for you to join.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But yeah, so you made this vlog about making this secret project, and you putting all the pieces together. This had to be a big deal for you guys.
Yes, and this is only about recording it. So coming soon is a vlog about, or like a documentation video about the video, which is like a complete whole project by itself,
Now, the thing about the video I find fascinating is that it's a one-shot video. There are
Yeah.
no cuts. There are no cuts. The camera just moves. It's like Alfred Hitchcock level perfection.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it was produced with our dear friend Lahav Levi, who was also filming it.
Okay.
Yes, and it's a full-on collaboration led by him with me, and tons of work, but I think it paid off.
Yeah, he's amazing to work with. He's really, really good. We love working with Lahav.
He does your pictures too, right?
The recent ones, like the ones from uh, most of the recent ones, yes,
Okay.
are done by him.
Okay. I just recognized the name because you made
Yeah.
sure to mention that he had the credit, the photo credit. What I used in the thumbnail, I took, so I wanted to use the castle, but you guys were too low. So I picked you up a little higher on the castle and then put your
Yeah.
logo on there for the thumbnail for this. So hopefully that's okay. I still put his
Yes.
name on there. I gave him photo credit
Cool.
in the description down there.
Yes,
so,
it was during tour, actually, just between Wacken Open Air and our show in Cologne. We hopped on this castle garden to take this photo.
oh my god.
Yeah.
I had tickets to go to Wacken Open Air this year.
Oh,
I went, so okay, I'm gonna we're gonna play your video and tell you my little story. I went in 2019
yeah.
and I saw Hellsop play, one of your label mates from M Theory. Eric is a cool guy. I've got to meet him a couple of times. I've had Hellsop on the show as well, but he's big he's big in the involvement with the whack and metal battle in the United States.
Oh,
and,
nice.
and I know Marco is one of the main judges for the USA. So I know some bands that Marco signed to M Theory have come from the Wacken Metal Battle.
Hmm.
How did you guys get signed with M Theory?
I think the connection was made through our manager, Tony Wilson, from the UK.
Okay.
I'm not sure how. I don't know how he pulled it off, but I think it was just through his connection with Marco. Yeah.
Okay. That's really cool. I always wonder how bands get connected with the labels they're on, especially when it's an international label like that.
Yeah. And funny fact about the metal battle, I used to be the Israeli judge.
Okay.
For 3 years, I think. Yeah. Between 16 and 19.
Nice. Well, then I probably saw who won it in 19. Do you remember?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Whoever it was, I'm pretty sure I saw them because I tried to see as many of the metal battle bands at Wacken that year. Because that year I knew the American band because I covered that whole battle, and so that was
Nice.
Monarch from the United States. They
Mm-hmm.
were a thrash band from San Diego, and then the Icelandic winners were friends of mine called Morpholith. They were a doom band that I actually talked them into doing the battle. They didn't want to do it, but they did it and they won. And I got to see them play in Germany, and it was awesome.
Wow, nice.
But what sucked, they were pretty mad because Wacken is not a doom festival. There aren't many doom bands there. But so they were at the same time they were playing. Windhand was playing, who was a doom band, and they were really annoyed because they really felt like people that would have watched them were off watching Windhand, and they wanted to watch Windhand too, and they couldn't because they had to load their gear and everything.
Of course.
So, but that's the thing about a huge festival.
Festivals
Huge
like
festivals like that.
Yeah, another funny fact about 2019 Metal Battle is that I was a guest judge at the Chinese finale.
Wow.
And so the Chinese Metal Battle invited me to China to judge their competition. And they actually had Scardust headlining the competition.
That's awesome.
In 2019, which was an incredible experience.
Where in China was that?
Sorry?
Where in China?
It was a MIDI festival, it was called.
Yeah, but I mean, do you remember what city?
Oh, oh man.
Okay.
No chance, sorry.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
Also, everything pre-pandemic was like a different lifetime. So
Sure.
yeah, it just
I understand that. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, this sing or play the bass in this vlog here, just smacking it down. This is, I mean, and you're, and in this video, you're sitting while you're playing the bass, but you are still getting down. I
Yep.
love it. I love
Literally.
it. But the best part about this is, I guess, were you filming this, Noah?
Oh, this one is Lahav,
Yeah,
actually.
love
Oh,
film
Lav
it.
was filming it. When Lav came in, you offered it, and you were like, "Oh, I'm making some bread. Would you like some bread?" And
Yeah,
then you're like, "Okay, time for hummus." You finished. You're like, "Okay, time for hummus."
Yep.
yep.
I love it.
That's what I do. But Aaron makes better hummus than me. I make pizzas. Pizzas are my things. Like usually, sometimes I take the pizza dough and I make laffa bread and I make hummus. But yeah,
Oh, I love pizza. I'm gonna have to come to Israel just to eat your pizza.
totally. You're welcome. Come.
He makes custom-made pizzas.
Yeah,
That's
with like,
Everybody gets their favorite toppings.
and also the base is sometimes different. There's like pesto and there's like different type of bases for the
so
pizza.
so if you retire from being a musician, maybe you can open up your own pizza place on the beach, right?
Yeah, I always thought that one day maybe, but I think I'm not going to ever retire as a musician. You would have
That's
to
good.
bury me in the flight case over there.
That's right. That's right. Bury you in the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
With your bass. How long did this process take to make the
Wow.
secret project? Because it seems
So,
like it kind of went a while.
oh yeah. But you have to remember that during this period of time, it was, I think, over a year just recording
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And then another like maybe 2 or 3 months to produce the video. And then another month or two to post production, for post
Yeah.
production. So it's like a year and a half. And you have to remember that during this year and a half, we had to tour and we started writing the new album.
Okay. Good.
Um, yes, and touring was in Israel and abroad. So we had a lot going on. And we kind of tried to squeeze that in the little windows in between things, because this was the only project with no actual deadline. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
When
For
you just
sure.
have an idea of something, but there's no concrete deadline, because when
Mhm.
you need to produce a tour, and we kind of booked everything by ourselves and did everything by ourselves, so which is obviously way more work. um so there is a deadline for it because
Right.
the show is happening at a specific date.
Mhm.
And writing a new album, it's you really have to kind of make your own schedule, but really stick to it. Otherwise you will not get the content on time. And this was the only project with no concrete deadline. So we had to squeeze that in between things. And this is why it also took so long. But um, it's also a huge project. It's only 3.5 minutes, but it consists of so many elements.
And you can see in your dad's studio the different. I guess maybe these are the tenors right here. Maybe.
Yes, these are the tenors.
Yeah. So you have all the different choir members
Yeah.
doing their parts.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How far away is your dad's studio? Where you had to
Well,
bring?
depending on the traffic.
Yeah. Okay.
No traffic, it's only like 30 minutes.
Okay.
But with traffic, it can get to 2 hours because Israel roads.
We got a question from Ariel. He says, given the difficulties in the last few years, have there been projects in the past that have been scrapped, or have you always
Ooh.
managed to follow through? That's a good question.
Well, there are, so except like Or and I, we always write more than we need to for a project, like
Always.
for an album. Like we always write more songs. And then sometimes we either scrap songs completely after
Mhm.
we've already, arranged them and recorded their demos and all of that. We sometimes scrap them, or we just forward them into the next album or something like that. For example, Under, the song for our album Strangers,
Yeah.
was recorded as a demo, as a ballad for Sands of Time. And it was originally called Time.
Okay.
But we decided to scrap it and then rearrange it completely into this funky, groovy song for Strangers. Um, but there is one huge project that got completely scrapped, which is the first project, not the first one, but the first big project that Or and I wrote together back in 2013, before the band was even born officially. It was called Gates of Dawn, and it was a rock opera,
Nice.
and a full hour length, 14 tracks, right?
Yeah.
And it was written for a metal band, an orchestra, three types of choirs, and three lead singers. So it was just an explosion of, things. And I still think it's a beautiful piece of music. But when we actually started a band and we actually auditioned for, the band members, and we started playing together, we saw that this is not actually doable live
Right.
at the same level. So we've decided to kind of put it aside indefinitely.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could see that being like a passion project down the line. But now you do a lot with a choir
Yep.
and a lot of your songs. And another one of your videos I really loved, the song, I've listened to it many times so far, is for Concrete Cages. So I actually went and subscribed after I subscribed to your YouTube. I subscribed to Patty's YouTube as
Nice.
well, and I would love to have her on the show also, but I don't even know how I could go about that later. But
Yeah.
but just that song and that video, that's a 7.5 minute song, and you have the full choir. You've got two different scenes. You've got the forest scene, and you've got the city scene. That's kind of what the song is about. Um, and you did a making of that video as well, and you guys were freezing. I felt bad for you. But then, so I saw some of your live footage, and when you're playing in Israel, you are able to have the choir at some places. I saw one time you were able to have them behind you. One time they were like on the side of the venue, which had to be a little awkward. And I saw one video where you were playing Concrete Cages live, and you had Patty on a video screen.
Right.
Now, was she live with you, or was that pre-recorded?
Um, I think if you're referring to the video with the white background, this
Yeah.
one was pre-recorded,
Okay.
but in very unusual circumstances. Should I tell this story?
Wait, I would first like to mention that I don't think that it's possible to synchronize an actual live performance. I
It would
wish
be
it
hard.
was.
It would be
That
hard. Yeah, it
could
would
be
be
Yeah.
very
cool.
hard.
Should I tell the story because it's quite interesting, I think. If I
I would
may
love
say.
to hear. I would love to hear it. Yeah, it's up to you guys.
So it was March 2020.
Right.
Do we all remember what happened in March
Yeah.
2020?
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
where the apocalypse started. Patty was supposed to come to Israel, and she was supposed to record her part for the album. She was supposed to play a concert with us, and we were all supposed to film the video for Concrete Cages. during her visit in Israel. And I think the visit was canceled maybe a day or two before it was supposed to happen. She already had her suitcase packed. And then, bam, COVID hit Israel, restrictions, you know,
Yeah.
started, and we just had to cancel everything. Of course, not without a fight. We fought really hard to try to make it happen, but yeah, there is a whole vlog I think on her channel telling the full story. If you're interested in it, just look for it. It's out there. Um, but the concert was something that we were actually able to save. It was the only thing that we were actually able to save. It was the last day in Israel where you could have 50 people in the same room.
Okay.
Literally the day after, we couldn't have more than 5 people or something like that. But it was the last day where you could have like 50 people, or 100 people, sorry. So we had to split the show into 2 parts and split the audience into 2 groups and play the show twice. This is how we solved it. And Patty had one day to record her parts in the concert so she can sort of take part in the concert.
Okay.
So she did that in a day. And it was not only this video, it was several videos for this concert. Like everything she planned on doing live, she actually filmed herself doing, so we can play her video in the back of the, on the screen in the back of the stage, to save the concert. I thought it was, really incredible and unbelievable that she was able to pull that off. And ever since, we've been using this video, whenever she's not there and we need to have her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, technology, things you can do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I mean, so like, what do you do like when you go play? You played in Whack and you didn't take the whole choir with you.
Unfortunately not, but we do have a backing track that was recorded by the same people.
Okay.
By this choir. So it's almost as if they were there.
Almost.
It's as close as possible, but a lot of bands use backing tracks these days. So
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and there's a lot that can be done with keyboards. I know you guys have a keyboard player. You guys actually, my all-time favorite band is Faith No More, and you guys have the same setup as them.
Nice.
The guitar player, the bass player, the drummer, the vocalist, and the keyboard player, the five people. So not that you guys play, I would love to hear you guys play some Faith No More, but I don't know. I just think that would be cool to hear Scardust play Faith No More. But you do a lot of covers I've seen on your channel of Nightwish.
Well, we did one big Nightwish tribute show last year, exactly a year ago in 5 days.
Okay.
And we filmed it and recorded it. So during the past year, we were able to release live videos from this show. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So I was like, they just really love Nightwish, but it was one show where you did all that.
Show. But we also do really love Nightwish.
So. Yeah, I mean,
as you should, as you should. Right. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
But like the rest of your music, I wouldn't say exactly sounds like Nightwish. Like you're not like a Nightwish clone. You guys are a progressive metal band. You guys have a lot of jazz and funk elements in your music. Some djent even. I heard some djenty stuff. I heard you get a little, some death metal vocals on some tracks.
Yeah.
So you guys run the gamut.
We love everything, progressive metal is just a title, but I think it comes from just us just loving music in general and finding ways to combine everything we love in
and also
in one band.
trying to learn to love things that we're not necessarily used to, so that at the end of the day you get this kind of eclectic voice of your own that you chose out of all those things that you listen to. And that I think is
Well put.
one of the things that also makes us progressive metal, because we both studied classical piano, and like me and Noah were classical pianists. Both of us played 8 hours a day on classical piano,
Wow.
and so classical music also becomes one of those influence, and then it already becomes prog, because in the essence, like, at least the way I like to describe it, prog is rock music, or that's why it's called prog rock or prog metal. It's metal music with classical elements, or even maybe classical Arabic elements or classical Indian elements. It could be anything, but it's old music. It's music that has survived the test of time. And
Yeah.
when you combine it with new music, when you combine it with rock or metal, it becomes prog metal.
Awesome. Now I haven't heard a lot of this, but have you guys considered doing like some, like a Hanukkah album or something like that?
Actually,
Not
no.
my kind of thing.
Not your
No,
kind of thing, no.
not mine either. But
I mean, the holidays, the holidays are big sellers.
yeah, you're right.
I mean, for myself, I would like to make something that is more true to my uh, beliefs or whatever.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I'm a Pastafarian, so I'm a minister in the Church of the
That's
Flying
cool.
Spaghetti Monster. So our main music are sea shanties, because we love pirates. There's pirate metal. There's plenty of pirate metal out there.
Yeah.
Do you walk around with the pasta thing on the top?
I have. It's not very common, but I
That's
do
cool.
I do have the colander. Yes, the pasta strainer. Yeah. So at least you know what I'm talking about. You're aware.
Yeah, of course.
Have you been touched by his noodly appendage as well?
I don't know. Like I'm still
It's fine.
agnostic about
It's
it.
That's fine. I don't want to talk too much about politics or
Yeah,
religion.
it shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. There you go. All right. Well, so your music. Well, I was talking about music, and I was just thinking about things. What made you guys decide that you're going to do a Disney medley? Out of all the music in the world, what made you say this is going to be what we're going to do next for this special project?
That's easy. People have been calling us Disney metal since day one.
Why? Because they think you're a Disney princess, or
Well, whenever someone had to describe our music, like they would just say, "Yes, Scardust is Disney metal." And you know what? Let's just go with it, and
let's just do it. Yeah,
let's just do it. Yeah,
nice.
that's an easy answer.
So why a medley and not like
We couldn't pick
one
one song.
Okay, so you picked
Um,
all of them.
yeah, I mean, we just had this idea of kind of showing the evolution through the years. It starts in 37 with Snow White and ends in 21 with Encanto. And it shows the evolution chronologically, which is something that I find fascinating. And the project of digging in all those pieces of music throughout the years was so interesting for me personally. Um, and then combining them all together, putting them together. I actually did that with Aaron, our keyboardist,
Mm-hmm.
who is an expert in Disney movies.
Is he really? Okay.
He is. Yes, and I obviously know at least until the new Disney era, which is like Tangled, Frozen, etc. Um, Up until then, I was very fluent in Disney because this is what I grew up with in the
Yeah.
90s.
Right.
Most of the movies are from the 80s and 90s.
Hmm.
So the movies with princesses. Um, as you can tell from the medley, by the way, if you turn on the captions on YouTube, you can see the years.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I looked on the description. You have them all listed.
Yes.
You have all the songs
Right.
listed.
Right. But also, if you turn on the captions, we put in the years, so you can really
Oh, that's
see the
cool. That's
progression.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. My mom watched. I don't know if I made her watch the video, but we heard the song, and she, what did she say? Oh, she said, "You guys, are you familiar with Cirque du Soleil?"
Yeah. But I mean, not very familiar. But
Yeah, I think they only tour around North America. They're from Canada, but I think they only tour
Mhm.
around North America. But we really like going, and I think their music is very much, it's like Disney power metal almost.
Oh
So,
wow.
so I would think that people that like Cirque du Soleil might also enjoy Scardust,
Nice.
or Scardust fans might enjoy Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. I guess they don't. Yeah, like they have to do some European tours. No, I know Israel's not exactly in Europe, but um, I don't know. It's definitely something to check out. I know they do have live musicians in their performances, and they're all very excellent. And it is very proggy, you know. So I could see you guys doing something like that as well.
That sounds cool. Make sure to check them out. I always write down whenever. Now I know that I don't have to because I could always go back to watch the interview. But I usually just take my phone quickly and write the name down, and then I add it to the all of the music that I listen to because I'm always looking for new music, and it's always interesting to find new bands.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and you know, for me, you guys are a new band, even though you've been around for 7 years. But you know, I got the email from Marco. There's a lot of bands on M Theory, you know, and there's always something coming out, and I can't also. Oh, here we go. My mom is watching. She commented, "Yes, Cirque and Disney combined love their sound."
Thank you.
Nice.
There you go. My mom is a fan. She's become a fan. Um,
Yeah.
but there's so much music. How there's so many bands out there. How do you guys, how do you find your audience?
Good question. How do we find our audience? I think it's a combination between producing content, putting it out there, and hoping that people will relate to it and follow us and join the family,
Yeah.
and performing as much as possible. Whenever we have the opportunity, we're there. We love touring, traveling, and playing festivals. For me personally, playing festivals is the best because it's
Oh yeah.
usually a combination between fans but also new audience, like new people.
Right.
It's always fun playing
And
festivals.
and,
Yeah,
and you played Wacken Open Air this year.
we
How
did.
how did that happen?
Wow. We were actually booked for 2020.
Okay. Right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that didn't happen. 21 didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went in 2019, I bought tickets for 2020, and then they pushed it back to 2021, and then they pushed it back to 2022, and then I lost my job, so I couldn't afford the
Oh.
plane. I couldn't afford the plane ticket to get there,
Oh no.
so I had to sell my tickets. So that's why I didn't go. I
That's a
asked.
shame.
I asked the metal battle band that won the USA this year, uh, Marith- Marithium. I interviewed them before they went, and congratulated them for winning. And I was trying to go with them. I would like to go as like some sort of press or like with a
Mhm.
band to record the experience. But you guys do that on your own. Did you? I mean, you made a little bit about your summer vlog. You put a
Yeah.
little bit about there. Hellsot, when they went in 2020, they made a vlog about their whole experience, and I thought it was an excellent video showing their experience going there. And I would like to do that for other bands. But you guys are good at the YouTube game. You know what's going on. You know how to.
Are we?
I mean, you've got more subscribers than I do, but you're a very talented band. You deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you.
But so like I remember I did watch the interview you did with Patty, and she said that she met you when you guys played at Dong Open Air a few years ago.
Yes, she was not actually there. She saw an ad for it.
She saw an ad. Oh, she didn't even see the show.
No.
She just saw the ad.
Yes, she saw the ad. She started following us. She reached out to me on Instagram, and it's since then it's history.
That's awesome. I mean, that's what
we met up a few months later in Berlin, actually, for the first time.
That's really cool. That's really cool. There's a band in Berlin called Thwart that I've had on the show. They're a pretty good band. If you're going back to Berlin, I'm not on Instagram anymore. They're huge on Instagram. They did an interview with me. She interviewed me on Instagram before I deleted my Instagram. Social media is just terrible.
Oh, don't get me started.
But you feel like as a band you have to be everywhere, right?
Yeah. It's a part of the job.
It's part of the job.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm going to be on YouTube. And all my other social media was to promote my YouTube. And it was like, I had twice as many Instagram followers as I had YouTube subscribers. And I'm like, you guys aren't getting it.
Yeah.
It's to promote my YouTube. So.
Yeah. But what I found out is that every person has their own favorite platform.
Yeah.
Some people are mostly on Instagram. Some people are mostly on YouTube. Some people are mostly on Facebook. Some are mostly on TikTok these days.
Oh.
So you have to be everywhere.
I know you feel like you have to. But I understand.
I know that I have to, because otherwise I'm blocking opportunities. I'm blocking.
Look at Ghost. Ghost was already a huge band, but all of a sudden TikTok blew up one of their songs, and they've gotten. Now that like little kids are listening to Ghost.
Oh wow, that's
because of TikTok.
That's incredible. You see?
So yeah. So you never know.
You never know. Yeah.
Now, have you had kids reach out to you, be like, "I love Disney. Now I'm going to listen to Disney metal," after hearing your song? Because it's got a lot of views already.
Well, yeah, 23,000, I think, something around that.
Where is it? The view count, I'm not seeing it. I see your subscribers. Oh yeah, 23.4 thousand total views. Very nice. That's awesome.
People have been requested full versions of like full songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have here, I can show this. I can't play the video because of I also want to ask you, how do you deal with the how do you say it, the song rights for all the Disney songs?
So we have like in our management there is a lawyer.
Okay, yeah.
And he really helps out with all of that. Also Marco helps out, and yeah, we're very lucky to have people in our team that can help out with that,
So if you can see here, you've got the songs in the medley. You've got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs with a smile and a song, Cinderella, a dream is a wish your heart makes, The Little Mermaid, part of your world, Beauty and the Beast, something there, Aladdin, a whole new world, Pocahontas. wait, I don't want to get sued. We got to.
All right.
Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind, Hercules, I Won't Say I'm in Love. And that was cool because you had the chorus do that. Yeah. The choir do that. That was beautiful.
The muses part, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mulan, Reflection, Tangled, When My Life Begins, Frozen, Let It Go, Moana, How Far I'll Go. And I'm glad you included Moana. That movie, I don't know if it's one of the more popular Disney movies lately, but the music on that, the songs are just bangers.
Yes, really, they
Like
really are.
it's unbelievable. Even The Rock, he can't sing, but still, it's still good.
It is.
And then you've got
So
Frozen 2 Into the Unknown, and then it sounds like, to my ears, it sounds like it ends there. But you have listed in
okay, so
Encanto all of you.
what we did is
Okay.
now an anecdote.
Okay.
So, the Moana and Into the Unknown are a mashup.
Hmm.
So the choir sings the Moana part, and I go on top and sing Into the Unknown, and
Yeah.
it's combining together.
Yes.
And we wrote this, like we finished composing this medley, like putting everything together, and then Encanto came out.
Ah. Okay.
And we were like, oh no, now we have to include, like, there is a new Disney princess. We can't exclude her. We have to include her in, right?
Yeah.
So at the very end, you hear the altos in the choir sing one line from Encanto.
Okay.
And if you turn on captions on the video, you will see exactly when. And you will probably be able to hear it as well.
Yeah, someone left a layer. So I'm on YouTube and Twitch right now, and someone on Twitch left a comment. I don't
Oh,
know if you want to answer that or not. It seems kind of a weird comment. Let it be. You can see it and decide if you want to answer that.
all right. I'm intrigued.
But somebody, so one of the top comments here, someone put timestamps for all the songs. So if you want to click the timestamp to skip to that part of the song.
Let's see
So
if it's accurate, though. Oh, yeah, they copied.
they copied from your
Yeah, cool.
yeah. So you've replied. Whoever runs the Scardust Encanto Choir is at 3:15. You can turn on captions, see exactly when. There we go.
Oh, so they probably fixed it, like edited. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so.
Cool. Nice.
So many positive comments. Everybody loves this. Yeah, this is great. The only complaint is that now I want a full cover of all of them.
Nice.
I mean, that would be a project in itself, doing a whole album of just Disney songs but in metal.
It would.
But you also don't want that to be your this band lends itself to this perfectly. My wife said they sounded a bit Disney just a couple of months ago.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
Exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're focusing on new material, like new Scardust original material. So no Disney, no more Disney for now.
No more Disney for now.
New Scardust.
New Scardust.
What we're going for. Yeah.
So can we have any hints on what is coming down the line?
So we talked about that thing where we scrap a song and then go back to it later. So one of the new songs is actually a song that I wrote a couple of years ago, and then I showed it to Noa, and she said, "Okay, just change this note in the melody," and I did it, and then I think she even forgot about it, right, Noa?
I did. Yeah.
And so I bring this song again, and I'm like, "Oh, Noa, by the way, your suggestion is awesome." And she goes like, "What?
What?
I never heard this song in my life."
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's great that you're so productive and you have so much stuff that you can go back on, you can rework, so you'll never. Well, I don't want to say never run out of material, but you never know. I mean,
yeah. Well, during the pandemic, I felt really uninspired because I was fighting, like every day was like a battle,
yeah,
to not fall apart, because I had to keep on going with the band and the choir, and I'm an independent musician, so I'm relying solely on myself. It was really a daily struggle, a daily battle, and I had to work 10 times harder in order to keep my projects going.
yeah.
So this the result of that is burnout and feeling very uninspired.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't come up with any new music until one day I've decided to leave everything for 7 days. I booked a cabin in the north of the country. I took my piano, my audio interface, and the microphone, and my computer, obviously. And I locked myself in that cabin. Not literally, because I went outside, but it was an isolated cabin. But what I did is on the first day, I turned this friend off. And I turned it on the seventh day.
That's a great decision.
And I came up with so many things. And we're using some of them in the next album.
That's awesome. It's a very productive trip.
Oh, it was. And yeah, sometimes we need space and we need to take breaks. That's the most important lesson here.
Yes.
Because we can always, just work ourselves to burnouts. That's easy, But give yourself some peace of mind and some headspace to also get creative and inspired.
So that kind of answers what the person on Twitch was asking, without directly.
Well, yeah. Oh, now I see it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
It's a question about alone time. So I'm considering myself a bit of a workaholic because I strive when I love working because I love my work. I love my job because I'm a musician. So it's very tempted to just get sucked in and just work nonstop constantly. And the question is about performing, but performing is the smallest part. It's like 0.5% of what I do.
It's like an athlete, like a soccer or football player. They only play so often, but they're practicing every single day and they're working every single day for hours, even though they're only on the field for an hour or 90 minutes or whatever.
Exactly.
It's all that other work that leads up to that.
Yes. There is PR. There is productions. There is management. There is logistics. There is just so many things around it. I wished I could just perform and make music, but reality is just, doesn't allow that.
Right.
So I have to actively create myself windows where I just have my alone time. And so with my everyday life, I just make windows in the morning, in the middle of the day, and at the end of the day. 3 windows per day where it's just, even if it's 20 minutes, to just not look at my phone, not do any task, just, sit in front of Netflix or something. Mm-hmm. But then I also love traveling, and I do that quite often now that there's no more pandemic. Fingers crossed it stays this way. So I love traveling, and whenever I travel, I kind of use that time to just be with myself and just relax and clear my mind. And sometimes I even write lyrics when I travel. Or actually, when we came up with the concept for the video, for the Disney video, it happened during a flight because there are no distractions. And it was Lahav and me. He joined us on tour. Mm-hmm. We just had a nice chat on the plane. We were kind of free of all tasks and logistics and thoughts, and we could just brainstorm and come up with the idea for the video. So yeah, I hope this answers the question.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. Twitch viewer, I hope that did answer your question. And it's amazing to me. I mean, people with such talent, it always blows my mind how their creative process works. So, and I noticed this a minute ago, but in this format, like, it's only the two of you, but at least your keyboard player is joining us virtually with his head in the corner there. Also,
yes. Hi, Aaron.
But yeah, the other, like right up right there.
Yeah.
So when you travel, like, what's the last place you went to?
Me personally or as a band?
You personally?
Was it Denmark? I think. Yeah, I'm doing my master's in choir conducting.
Oh, okay.
It's actually called rhythmic choir leader leadership, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
so that kind of explains why you have choir so much in your music, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
I have my own choir, Hellscore, here in
Okay.
Israel, and
So that's your own choir. Okay, I didn't know if it was like a
yes, this is my
partnership.
own. This is my like my instrument. My
Okay.
instrument in the band is voice and choir.
Okay. I am understanding a little bit more now.
Yeah, and yes, Hellscore is like a sixth band member in a way.
How many people are in Hellscore?
So it changes, but now I think it's 41.
Wow.
Yeah,
How do people join that?
they audition and then
Okay.
yeah.
Not suck. That's how they have to not suck is what you should say.
Well, to me, like it's more important to have, you know, people who are highly motivated and who are, good people.
And so they know so they know that if they're going to join, they're probably going to play some Scardust shows. And what other things does Hellscore do?
Yeah, so we have two types of things that we do. Uh, the main thing is covering rock and metal songs a cappella.
Okay, very cool.
So you can find us on YouTube, and we have quite a lot of videos
Okay,
already out
let
there.
I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find them right now.
Cool.
How do you spell it? What is it? Hellscar?
Hellscore. So it's
Hellscore.
Hell, Hell, and
Hellscore
then
Choir. There we go.
SCORE.
Subscribed. Let's
Yay!
check it out. I don't want to take too much more of you guys' time, but I know you have other things to do. It's evening there.
Right.
So here's the Hellscore Choir. You got an Evanescence cover here. It's got over 8,000 views. And you make videos about our next metal acapella video. So,
And if you look at our
oh, there we go. There's the Cerise talking about Ghost. You did
yes, there is a flash mob there with drink pirate metal. Speaking of pirate metal,
Yeah, there we go. Can we play
it-
this? Can we play this? Am I going to get
Sure.
shut down? Am I going to get shut down from copyright? Hold on. Let me.
I don't know. It's an a cappella version, so I don't know if it counts.
You know what? It's towards the end. I can always trim it out later.
Okay.
Let's change the format here. There we go. I'm gonna full screen this. And Ori, you have nothing to do with this, huh?
I have nothing to do with it.
Okay. This is the first time I've seen this. So this is a bar. Where's this bar?
It's in Modin, just between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem.
Okay.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, it's a nice bar.
Yeah.
With the big Guinness mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I wear the Scardust shirt.
Stardust advertisement.
Yeah, I stopped drinking 5 years ago day after tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah. So I said we have two types of things that we do. So this is a cappella, but we also record for metal bands.
Okay.
So for example, we recorded obviously for Scardust.
Yeah.
But we also recorded for Hailstorm, for example, for their recent album.
Cool.
And we recorded for Therian,
Nice.
Amorphis,
Okay. All right.
Land, and yeah, Patty Gertie.
Patty, of course, Patty.
Yeah.
Drink your beer.
And now we just did Glory Hammer as well.
Yeah, they have a new singer.
Yes, right. Oh, and Star One and Arian.
Man, that's awesome.
Thank you.
your beer. I mean, I love Ailstorm. They're kind of chodes, but you
I
know,
love them. I
to
love them.
hear
And wonderful people as well.
they, I'm not. This is really cool. I
Thank
really,
you.
this is a lot of fun.
It was so much fun filming it. We had so many cameras hidden there.
I can see, I can tell.
And also not hidden.
When people are looking right into the camera.
Yeah.
And what did Christopher Boyles? Is that his name?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. What did he think of this?
Well, they shared it.
Nice.
Yeah. We also performed with them when they were here in Israel.
Oh, cool.
We hopped on stage and we did our part.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That is awesome. This almost looks like an old West bar in a way.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Drink your beer.
Beatboxer dancing on the bar.
Here in the United States, they have these things called Renaissance festivals,
Yeah.
and people love to play Ailstorm
Oh,
in the camping ground. This song especially just on repeat, so that's super cool.
thank you.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you guys are a super talented band. You're doing all kinds of things. I don't know how you find the time, but you do it. You do it.
Thank you so much.
And and I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me this morning. I almost thought I wasn't going to make it because I had a just my annual physical. Nothing wrong, but I had a doctor's appointment, and you know how sometimes doctors can make you wait forever.
Oh yeah.
So I actually have to go back to go to the
Whoa.
lab to give them some urine and stuff.
Good luck.
I actually left to come back to make sure I was here for you guys because I
Oh.
really wanted to talk to you guys. I really wanted to have you
That
on the
means
show.
a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
I'm gonna put myself down here on the bottom. So there you go. You guys are more important, so I'll lift you up, raise the roof. You guys didn't even say anything about my my virtual background.
Nice.
Like I'm here in your town.
Yes.
Oh, huh.
Cool.
I always
That's
try to find something from the local area of the person I'm talking to.
Nice.
So
You know why it's like it says te and then there is a heart and then Eve.
I have no idea.
Because a heart in Hebrew is lev.
Ah, okay.
I just got it. I did not get that at first. Because it's in English. I'm reading there. How does the heart? My brain is in English now. So
Yep.
Okay.
So it's Tel Aviv. Yeah. Nice. Cool.
So it's mixing up English and Hebrew
yeah.
Exactly.
with the sign.
It's called Hebrew or English.
English. Okay.
English. Nice.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Ingbrew.
Well, I know
Ingbrew.
I went to walk-in and I went in 2019 and I was in a camp with people from Denmark, from England, from Italy, and it was just common. Everyone spoke English.
Yeah.
It was like a common language.
Yeah.
So it was convenient for me because that's all I can speak.
Yeah.
As an American, unfortunately, we don't really, we don't have in the United States, we all speak English. I mean, there's a lot of Spanish and other languages here also, but predominantly everything is in English. And so, when you go in Europe, it's like the countries are so small compared to the United States and each country has their own language. So it's kind of interesting that a lot of people know English as a like a common language.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's why it was so important for me to learn it when I was young, because I wanted to know what everybody were talking about.
Yeah, and so in your music, I mean, you write all your lyrics and everything. It's all in English,
Yeah.
right? And that's a conscious. I mean, and your fans, your fans in Israel, that come out and see you. Most of them speak some English, I guess, as well, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He said probably, but if not, metal is universal.
Yeah,
So
that's something that I really agree with. Metal is universal, and that's why English is also, because it's good because a lot of people know it, but it's also a beautiful language. I love it because there are so many words, and there's so many ways to express something, and also when you portray a character, you don't have to determine what gender they are, and then
Yeah.
afterwards
oh yeah,
so in people's memory they can remember it that like the bartender was male, and afterwards if you continue telling the same story 2 years after, you can introduce the same character, but it's a female character, and people were like, oh, hold on, and then but they realized that you never described the character as a male in the first place, and you only implied to it. So I think that for storytelling, it's easier to tell a story in English, because you don't have to state. There are facts that you don't have to state.
oh, that's interesting. I didn't even I have never even really thought about that. But yeah, I know like in Spanish, like there's male and female versions of words. I mean, there's some in English, like Disney princess and a Disney prince are
Right.
obviously two
Yeah,
different things. But if you say Disney royalty, that could
Right.
be
that could be anything.
either. It
That,
could be
No, but
that
anything.
could
that's
also
also
be
in Hebrew.
Mufasa.
That's also in Hebrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melucha. Yeah. Sulam.
Melucha. There are ways to, but you would have to do it specifically. So if you're a storyteller, every character you introduce, you have to say if it's a male character or a female character. And in a book, sometimes it just gives you less options at the end to
All right.
change your characters as you go along.
Awesome, guys. Well, I've taken over an hour of your time. I don't want to take much more of your time. Is there anything else that you want people to know about Scardust or even Hellscore before I let you guys go? I know you're working on a new album. You doing
We
some
are.
You doing some shows coming up?
Yes. Not yet announced, but we are having some shows in Israel coming up. And we really love having friends all over the world. It really warms our heart to see the amount of love and support we get from all over the world. And if you like our music, um, sharing, liking, and commenting on it really, really helps us.
Yes.
So
Like and comment on this
yeah,
video right
yeah,
there. Like and comment right here.
And
And then go and
subscribe.
like and subscribe to my channel, of course, but subscribe to their channels. Um, I have, it's because I want to see when you have your new stuff, you
thank
know,
you,
and
thank
I
you,
hope you enjoy other interviews I have with other bands, or
for
I like to
sure.
travel. So this is a heavy metal travel show. Noah, you said you like to travel. I love to travel as well. I'm a flight attendant in my job, so
Nice,
I do
Oh,
get to
that's cool.
travel with that a little bit. So um,
cool,
I live in the Houston area, Houston, Texas, and I recently went to Orlando, Florida, Philadelphia, and Chicago this month,
Wow.
and made videos. I made videos. It's Christmas time, so I made Christmas time videos
cool.
at those places. But now Christmas time is over, and a lot of YouTubers, it's January is kind of a dead time because the holidays are over. But I'm going to New Orleans. I don't know if you guys have ever been. Have you guys been to the United States at all?
I've been to
Yes,
New York twice.
You've been to New York, okay?
Yeah, and I've also been to Connecticut.
Okay, well, yeah, that's right there. It's very close. Yeah,
I've been to New York and Michigan several times.
Michigan.
Yeah, I have family there.
Okay, I was like, that's kind of random, but if you have family there, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. So awesome, guys. Well, you're always welcome in Texas. I'll give you guys the tour.
Yes.
Thank you. We would
Thank
love
you.
to go. We would.
And
would
you are
love to
always
go.
welcome in Tel Aviv.
Okay, well,
We
thank
can
you.
show you where the best hummus is.
I'm more interested in that pizza.
Yep.
We can also do that. Yeah. Totally.
Now, I really like pepperoni pizza. How
Me
difficult
too.
is that? Do you too? Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I was
I
like, how
love
difficult
pepperoni
is
pizza.
that to get anywhere in that part of the world? I would think that any kind of pork products would be kind of hard to get.
It's not really. I actually buy my food from a place that is secular and they have pork, and I make pizza with bacon.
Nah. I wasn't expecting that, but I appreciate it. That's very cool. Very cool. Well, guys, if you want to stick around for a minute after I end the broadcast, that would be cool. So I can give you a proper private farewell.
Sure.
But everyone else, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys down here. Bloop, bloop. I appreciate you guys for joining me on this interview. Scardust from Tel Aviv, Israel, amazing band. Really check out their YouTube channel. It is linked in the description. And check out Hellscore too. That's really cool. This is the first time I actually saw that. So on Monday, I'm going to be interviewing a band from Shalon. I'm going to be interviewing Shalon from San Francisco. They are an independent power metal band from San Francisco. They're actually going to be competing in the Whack and Metal Battle USA this year. Or at least they've signed up for it. So hopefully they will be competing. But I'll have them on the show on Monday. I said I'm going to New Orleans sometime this month, and who knows where else I'll be. So make sure you subscribe to find out and hit that notification bell so you know every time I go live or post a new video. So until the next time, remember to drink water, listen to metal, enjoy nature, and have the most epic adventures.